Hi, my name is Olivia Rubens, and I'm a fashion design student currently in my third year at Ryerson University. I'm a high-end women's wear designer that likes to experiment with structure, shape, and texture. My design aesthetic can cause people to be intrigued and curious because it's interesting and unique, and it can often be described as ethereal, structural, hard and soft, complex, and often layered. Here are a few examples of my design aesthetic. You can see here a couple of corsets I made. One of them is a 12-panel corset, tailored perfectly to my body using pattern drafting and draping, with a lace applique and hand-sewn Swarovski crystals, as well as an 1890s replicated Victorian corset that's corded and flossed with bust gussets. You can also see my suit, which is inspired by old and new Chinese architecture that has pointed shoulders imitating the ends of the pagodas, layers in the back, as well as a hood imitating the bridges, and the matching pants with a removable peplum and more layers to imitate the layers of the pagodas, and a drop crotch pant to evoke hard and soft, which is a recurring theme in my design. Another example of structure can be seen here in my plaid dress. I use structure in the shoulders as well as the hips by manipulating plates to create color contrast and shapes. You can also see here my love for hand sewing. I made an organza jacket with hand-sewn organza detail imitating frost on a window, which was my inspiration. It is also paired with a baby blue romper with a built-up neckline, a low armhole, a drop crotch, and it finishes into a short. The reason I want to win the Design Exchange Emerging Designers competition is because I'm attempting to get into the master's program at Central St. Martin's after I finish my bachelor's in fashion design at Ryerson University. I also have very high ambitions and hope one day to be at Paris, London, and Tokyo Fashion Weeks. The reason I want this money is so that I can move forward and employ contractors, that I can travel and get the influence that I need, including, I'm going to Hong Kong in January on exchange to the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, and I will have enough time in the middle of my semester to be able to travel, and this money would help me get to Japan, which is, if not my biggest influence in the world. So, yeah, and then I could start my collection. It would help put money towards my fourth year collection, which is going to cost a ton, knowing how much detail, all the complexity that's going into it, and the technology that I plan to experiment with in Hong Kong, like knitwear and textile design. That will definitely need to be funded once I get back. Then once my fourth year is done, which is only, it's coming so quickly, I'm going to be moving on to Central St. Martin's. So realistically, this money and this notch on my resume would really mean a lot to me.